Hey guys, welcome to the very first video in the QuadS trading channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys the strategy that I'm going to use to try and grow my account short selling. But before we get started, here's the disclaimer. Short selling involves significant risk and is not suitable for all investors. It requires a deep understanding of the market, as losses can exceed your initial investment. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Please consult your financial advisor before engaging in short selling. Alright, now that boring stuff is out of the way, let's have a look at some stocks. You will always notice the same pattern in what I short. Previous day, it pumps at least 40% and then they all tank. So essentially this one here at MNY, I shorted it right here. And I'll put this green to show you that I shorted it. Green means go. And I always cover at the SMA. Covered right here, and I'll put that red. That means get out. So on this trade here, I made roughly $27, and that's per 100 shares. So obviously if you have a big account and you're doing 500 shares, it's going to be times 5. If you're doing 1,000 shares, it'll be times 10. So it's all based on the amount of shares, but I have a smaller account of roughly about 2,000, so I'm only going to be doing 100 shares. Now let's look at this other one here, BNRG. Before the pump, it went up to 150%, and then it went all the way up to about 280%, 285. Now because that the red line is here, I didn't short anything below this. So my entry point was exactly on this red line. So I shorted here. If you want to know what this red line is, hop into my Discord. The link is below. And as usual, the SMA is right here. This is where I covered. And for this one here, it was a nice little win. $41, and that's for 100 shares. So I'll show you another one that I did the other day. It was Lucy. Okay. So Lucy, this one here pumped 112%. I shorted it right here at 581. That's what I got shorted, and we'll go green means go. And I covered right here, right before close of the market at that SMA line. So purple for profit. And I covered that there, red for out. And if you look at these profits here, we're looking at roughly $97. And as you can tell, the pattern is always the same. Big pump, dump. The next one that I want to show you guys, TRIB. This one here was on the 27th of August. Alright, so let's have a quick look. First it pumped 52%, and after that it pumped up to 100, 110%. So I don't trade in the aftermarkets, and I don't trade before 6:30. Okay, so that means if I would trade before 6:30, I would have gotten in right here. But because I don't trade before 6:30, that's when I wake up, I shorted that one right here. And I covered at this purple line right here, which is the SMA, for a nice profit of $103. As you can tell, same pattern. Pump, dump to the SMA. REVB. This one here was on the 21st. Now there are tons of trades in between. Okay, so this one here, because there's no real pump in the aftermarket, I'm gonna measure from here, 197, and then because I don't like this would have been an entry right here, but because I don't trade at 5 in the morning, let's say 6:30 comes right here, it went above the blue line and it closed underneath. So this right here is where I entered my trade. So I entered my trade right here. So I shorted that, and well, I'm assuming by now you can probably guess where I covered right here. I will put this one red. From here to here, $69. And now we'll go to TTNP. Now if you look at this one here, because there's this nice little line here, the red one, it pumped from up to 150, 178%-ish. I entered my trade right here. So I shorted that there. And I covered it right here. Like this is very close, so you almost have to double check. But I covered it actually right here, which will give me a much better price. But profit is profit. So this got covered there for a total win of $412. So as you can tell, right, because these stocks are above $7, this one here is like in the 10 to 15. They tend to give you a much better profit. And then the last one that I want to show you guys is this one right here. This one was like textbook, one of the nicest ones I've seen in a while. As you can tell, it had multiple dotted red lines. So if you see multiple ones, you have to wait until there isn't one at the very top. So this is not an entry because there's one right here. This one's not an entry because there's one right here. And as you can see, it went from 0 to 650%, which is wild. So I shorted it right here when it first crossed. So I shorted that right there. And well, you can probably guess where I covered right here. And this one here is a whopping $840 win. So as you can see, these patterns happen all the time. It's just a matter of being able to scan the stocks to send you alerts to be able to find them. And you also need to know how to analyze the stock and know when to enter. And the exit's easy because it's always on this SMA line. So I will be posting videos on all the trades that I'm going to be taking. If you want any information on this educational video, just hop into my Discord, which is the link is in the description. Subscribe and hit that notification button. That way you get notified whenever I send new videos. And if you love short selling, this is for you. So do hit that like button. Do hop on my Discord, and we'll see you in the next one.